Hello! I have been wanting to do a book about bears ever since we did our book unit, but our book unit where we did bread, bears, all sorts of other things was such a busy week. It was our first week. We were figuring everything out just along with everybody else. And so there was a lot of things that we had left behind in the book category. So, for those of you who are so excited to join Science Porch, you're getting ready for it, my older group, let's learn a little bit about bears today. A day in the life of a baby bear. Now, the kids in my class know that I love to tell baby bear stories, but we never really talked about what it's like to really be a bear. One day in the late autumn, a mother bear made a den, which is like a house, beneath the branches of a fallen birch tree. Now, autumn is when it's getting cold outside. Autumn is what we call fall season, and in a lot of the country, maybe not in Florida, but in a lot of the country, it starts to get chilly. People start to wear their sweaters and scarves. So, the mama bear built this den because she knew winter was coming. Even her thick black fur coat would not protect her from the cold north wind of winter. She curled up into her den, and there she slept all winter, curled up in a tight, furry ball. Can you yawn with me? Oh. Now when you yawn, remember to cover your mouth. Oh. We don't want to be like, oh. No. Nobody needs to see in your mouth. So, there was still snow on the ground when she gave birth to two bear cubs, so twin bear cubs. The babies were tiny, no bigger than a man's hand. Their eyes were closed. They had no fur, but their mother's long, shaggy winter coat kept them warm. They fed on their mother's milk and grew a little bigger and stronger every day. Soon they opened their eyes and began to grow soft, fluffy fur. So can you kind of curl up like you're sleeping? Pretend like you're waking up and pop open your eyes. Very good. You're being like a little baby bear. One day, the mother bear sensed a change in the air. She raised her head toward the sky and twitched her nose. What does twitching your nose mean? Like that. She could smell the first scents of springtime, which is where we are right now in springtime. Cherry blossoms, new grass, and fragrant wildflowers. Fragrant means that they smell very good. The mother bear crawled out of her winter home, followed by her cubs. The cubs squinted and blinked in the bright sunlight. The sun shone on their fur and showed the difference between them. One baby bear had a shiny jet black coat, while her brother's fur was a deep chocolate brown. At first, the mother and her cubs stayed close to the den. The cubs learned about life in the forest and how to climb trees to escape danger. When a raccoon came too close, the mother bear growled a warning, and the cubs scampered up to the nearest tree. This is about when Miss Keys tells her bear stories. Miss Keys likes to tell stories about whenever baby bears first are coming out and all of the adventures they do. The cubs learned how to stand on their hind legs. Their hind legs are their back legs, so that they could see what was happening further away. They loved playing games, racing, romping, and wrestling with each other. The jet black cub was a little smaller than her brother, but she was also quicker. After a few months, the twins were big enough to wander through the forest. They followed their mother as she looked for all the things bears like to eat. Insects, or bugs, grubs, plants, berries, and best of all, fish from the streams and rivers. Oh my goodness, how would you feel if you got to eat plants, berries, and fish all the time? That would be awesome, right? Maybe not bugs. Would you like to eat bugs too? Ooh, look, they're getting berries. We have in our garden, we have our organic garden just outside our window, and Miss Keys was picking blueberries from our school's organic garden today. It was awesome. Do you like blueberries? Would you wiggle a finger at me if you like blueberries? Me too. One day, the bears found a stream full of silvery colored fish swimming upstream to lay their eggs. What a feast this would be! The mother bear swam out into the icy cold stream to catch the fish. The twins stayed on the shore. They're watching her. It's like she's giving them a lesson, saying, "Watch me, I'm going to do it first. Make sure you pay attention. I'm going to show you how to catch a fish, so you will not be hungry." The days grew warmer, and soon it was summertime. One day, when the sun was shining brightly in a clear blue sky, the bears returned to the stream. The cubs had grown braver since their first visit to the stream. This time, when their mother swam out into the stream, the twins followed her. The cubs were glad to escape the biting flies and to splash out in the cool water. Do you love to splash in the water too? Do you like to swim in the pool and go to the beach and play in the splash pad? That is so fun. Bears like that too. The cubs were so busy playing that they didn't notice their mother had returned back to the shore. The shore is back on the land, the dirt. She had seen a huge black male bear at the water's edge. She thought her cubs might be in danger, so she bared her teeth and growled loudly to scare him away. To bare your teeth is to show your teeth, but not in a smiling kind of way. In like have you ever seen like maybe a dog going "Arr," like not happy? That's what it means to bare your teeth. She's a bear. Out in the stream, the brown cub heard his mother's warning growls and swam back to the shore too. His sister tried to follow him, but the current was too strong. The current began pulling her farther and farther from the shore. The current swept the cub faster and faster downstream, carrying her toward a place where the stream joined a wide, deep river. The water splashed about her ears, spun her in circles, and pushed her past big boulders. Boulders are rocks, but they're like really big ones. Would you say boulders? Boulders, big rocks. The cub couldn't even cry for help. All she could do was keep her nose out of the water. Oh no, that's why when we're swimming we have to stay close to our grown-ups. When her brother reached the shore, he realized his sister wasn't with him. The two cubs had never been apart before. He let out a long, frightened howl and began running along the bank of the stream. His mother raced after him, plunged into the water, and swam out to rescue her little cub. Oh, sad. The baby bear saw her mother coming and yelped with joy. Her mother seized her by the scruff, which is the back, of her neck and lifted her out of the water. The baby bear clung to her mother's neck with all her might as her mother carried her back to shore. Oh my goodness, we have a ripped page here, but I can imagine. There she lay in the warm sun on the shore as she let her fur dry. It wasn't too long before she started to feel better, and she and her brother were chasing each other around in circles. For the rest of that summer, the baby bear stayed in the shallow water near the shore. Not even the tastiest fish could tempt her out into the stream. But by the following summer, she had become a strong swimmer. Are you a strong swimmer? Do you swim so good? Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. You like to swim back and forth? Good. She was able to swim out into the deepest waters of the stream and catch fish herself. Someday, when she had cubs of her own, she would catch fish for them too.